Well, historically black colleges and universities, or HBCUs, were established back in 1837, years before the end of slavery, as a way to educate those who were already free to become teachers. South Florida's only HBCU, Florida Memorial University, got its start around this time in St. Augustine before eventually moving to Miami-Dade County to carry on years of tradition, helping men and women of color find their passions and pursue their dreams. Here to share more about FMU's legacy and impact as they celebrate 50 years in the South Florida community is interim president Japhus Hardrick and FMU senior Alyssa Gosling. Alyssa is majoring in biology and is pursuing a degree in oncology. She is a smart cookie. Welcome to both of you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Pam, for having
us. Dr. Hardrick, let's start with you. Talk about FMU. When people come up to you and they know you're the interim president.
Yes.
You've only been there 3 months.
That's correct.
Yeah. So, but what they ask you, tell me about the university.
So one of the things that I think most people in South Florida don't know is that, and you may always hear it all the time, that it's a hidden gem, and I don't want it to be a hidden gem anymore. We offer 41 different degree programs, undergrad as well as master's programs, graduate programs. We have some outstanding faculty members, outstanding staff members at the university who are doing phenomenal research on a global level, but no one hears about it. We have outstanding students and alums who have matriculated from the university and are just really having a global impact on our society. We have an outstanding aviation program that no one really knows a whole lot about. And so when you think about the shortage of pilots in this country and around the world, we should really be one of those entities that really are. We have a lot of students should be gravitating to the program. We have our own Cessna plane. Once you matriculate from the university, you graduate with a 4-year degree plus your pilot's license. Wow. And so it's just truly a phenomenal place. Been around, having a major economic impact, over 100 million a year in Miami Gardens and just in Miami-Dade County proper, if you will, and just truly an outstanding university that many just don't know a whole lot about.
Sure.
Very diverse student body, students from Venezuela,
talk
Colombia.
About that for a moment, because we talk about it being an HBCU. It's a historically black college. And maybe, Alyssa, you can even chime in on this. Obviously, being a student there and walking around on campus, talk about that diverse student body. It's not just black students on campus or for black students, is it?
No, it's not. We have our student body is inclusive for a lot of Caribbean students as well. I even have some friends from Senegal, Africa. We have someone from Norway. It's very diverse and it's rich in that. So it's a great opportunity to interact with people, learn more about different cultures, and really just how to better just, interact with others. So.
Right. And Dr. Hardrick, why would you say HBCUs then are still relevant today?
Well, simply because, again, we have a responsibility to not only educate today's leaders, but also tomorrow's as well. We're also a large producer of teachers in this community. We have strong business programs, accounting, finance, biology, and anything in the STEM field, cybersecurity, computer science, nursing, engineering, all of those are critical. And so we are still we play a major role in educating many first-generation students, believe it or not, even this day. And so it's just really an entity that has a responsibility and continues to make a national and a global impact.
Alyssa, why did you choose FMU? You grew up in the Palm Beach area, so you are a South Florida girl.
Yes, I am.
Why did you decide to kind of stick around the area and go to FMU?
To be honest with you, I felt home. I remember my first tour on the university, and when you think of college, you think of like a huge auditorium. You think of a really, kind of intimidating environment. And when I stepped foot on the campus, it didn't feel like that at all. Everything is family oriented. And when I first came, they elaborated how small the classrooms are, and that's a real benefit. That was a benefit for me, because as a science major, the information is thrown at you, and it's a lot. So when you form that intimate relationship with your professors, you thrive on it, not only in academically speaking, but in mentorship. They really help you. They really want to see you flourish. You're not a number there.
You're not a number.
You're a person. You're a student.
And that's what's so important, that student to teacher ratio.
Exactly.
To really have that intimate experience, right, Dr. Hardrick?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. And studies, national studies have been conducted and have proven again and again that smaller liberal art universities, and particularly HBCUs, are doing a far better job than most institutions out there in terms of providing the type of nurturing that Alyssa is talking about.
Sure, and you mentioned too that a lot of these students are first generation. So
Yes.
talk about that, because that's really important, because some families might think, I can't afford college. How can I get my child to go to college? So address that issue, because it is affordable, or you can help these students,
And
right?
most definitely. College is affordable, and the reality is you can't afford not to have some level of college or some level of education in today's society. And so there are a plethora of opportunities by which are utilized to help students get into school. So you have grants, Pell Grants, financial aid, you have scholarships where we have donors who give funding just to be able to help students to get into college. And so we try to make sure that we keep our tuition at a reasonable rate so that it is affordable for students to be able to attend and have a wholesome experience.
Yeah, and what about after graduation? I have 2 kids in college, and that's one of those things too that you think, okay, well, after I pay for this, we want you to get a good job. So what happens after that? Do you feel, Alyssa, that I know you're going on to become a
Right.
doctor,
Yeah.
but do you feel that that's provided at FMU?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just completed an internship at UF, and this is an extension of the intimate relationship that I was elaborating on earlier. When you go to a traditional college setting and you're sitting in an auditorium with 500 people, you're competing, and that professor, it's hard for you to get that letter of recommendation and to take it a step further.
Sure.
But because I had access to my professors and I had access to all these resources that our university provides, I was able to thrive in that situation. So now I have doors, I have opportunities. I believe FMU is a door that opens up many different doors.
Wow.
And I can say that from my personal experiences. So yeah, I feel like I'm well equipped and I'm confident that I can do anything.
That's so nice to hear from a student, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
you said you don't want it to be that hidden gem. You want everybody to
Right.
know about it. So before we go, quickly, how are you getting the community to know about FMU? Because you also are having the celebration coming up in November. You're going to have a gala,
That's right.
So talk about that.
So November the 2nd, we're going to have our gala to celebrate the 50 years. So we'll do something on November the 2nd, November the 3rd as well. And so we are disseminating information through multiple media sources, if you will, online, social media, newspapers, and organizations like yours who are really giving us the opportunity to share the information. And we're emailing all of our alums and so many of our partners, informing them and inviting them to come back and participate in this event. Because it's truly, we have to learn to celebrate ourselves, and that's what we want to do.
Thank you so much to both of you for being here. Best of luck with all of your studies, and best of
you.
luck at FMU. 3 months in, but I'm sure they hope you're going to be there a long time.
Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. Thank you so much, Pam. I really appreciate it.
Great to have you. It's
Thank
our
you.
pleasure.
Thank you.
And if you'd like to learn more about Florida Memorial University and to get details about their upcoming 50th anniversary celebration, visit FMUNIV.edu. We will have all of this information for you on our Facebook page at Your South FL.